Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the game. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, I had a great time.
Such a cool game.
Well, it's going to get even better because we're going to go into the post-game. We're going to go through like exploration, the skill ups on our heroes, and we're also going to expand the narrative to see who found the AZ, and thus we'll get closer to finding the last of Tino. But first, I think we should just go through really quick and see which glorious deeds you guys completed during the mission itself. For the first glorious deed, Shayne was able to get first-time offender by running his anchorite shrine up to contest the prisoner very early on.
What a title of a glorious deed. The first time offender. I get the glory. Interesting.
Yeah, maybe the first time won't be the last time.
I tried to stick to a theme. Hopefully you see it here.
Yeah.
Prisoner swap. Brian, you got that one. You were able to wrestle away control of that prisoner in the middle when you charged in your shock trooper and took control from the anchorite.
Yep. Look, I am the warden of this prison. You're trying to steal my prisoners? And we said, no, not today.
And then good news for both of you. You are both the road warrior.
Yeah.
You both had elites that took out an enemy model while they were on the road, thus asserting their dominance with the road warrior. That's going to be good because when we get to XP later on, it means those guys are going to get a guaranteed skill up. Because when elites complete glorious deeds, they get bonus XP for that. That's great. Cinematic entrance, Shayne. You successfully charged a model through one of those fire clouds. I gotta say, I thought one of you guys would go for it and then it would stop, but you guys did not stop charging through that fire.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Brad was very inspirational.
Okay, let's be clear. I should have had it.
Yeah.
It was all set up perfectly. The plan was well on its way to completion. I must have just tripped on a rock or something. I don't know.
Stick the landing.
Yeah.
80% of the way through, I was very impressed.
Yeah.
I was hyped for it, but hopefully he recovers and made his way out of that smoke cloud.
If he doesn't recover, I am going to be devastated.
Oh my god. So, because the game ended a little bit early because Brian's warband routed, there was a little bit less movement for the prisoners, which means none of you guys were able to get going the distance. So no one was able to score that glorious deed by getting prisoners within 3 inches of your deployment zone. It's okay. And then for the last one, commuted sentence. Shayne, when you just started clearing out the middle, you very easily got that one by taking an enemy model out of action within an inch of a prisoner. Yeah.
Brad made it pretty easy for me.
There was a turn where he just killed much things.
It was a very cool looking pilot though.
Yeah,
It was critical strike after critical strike. It was insane.
Yeah, no, it got gnarly.
Yeah.
So that's the glorious deeds. Again, that's kind of like a resource you use to buy like campaign-specific items. Like your patrons start to trust you more with powerful relics, or you attract the help of mercenaries from no man's land that flock to your warbands to help you in your cause.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Now that we've got glorious deeds out of the way, what do we say we expand the narrative a little bit?
Oh yeah, I'm super down to do it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm super curious if I have the right prisoner or not.
Yeah, I may have lost the battle, but I will win this war.
So as we discussed in the game, you guys were all fighting over control of the prisoners, but in the chaos of the crash that was described in the opening cinematic, you guys aren't really sure which prisoners you grabbed. Now that you've circled back to your camps and have checked records and compared notes, I prepared for you some files on these prisoners. So we're going to go through these, and then there will need to be some decisions made.
Oh no.
Yes.
I'm not good with decisions.
Yes.
I'm not good with reading.
I hold before you the stamps of sentencing
Oh my god.
on the stamp pads of my nephew's 5th birthday. Happy birthday, Hunter. I love you. This stamp will sentence a prisoner to death. This stamp is a pardon. And you get out of jail free. Now, let's go through our first prisoner. Shayne, you got the bearded guy, right?
I did.
Okay, that's prisoner 1878D42, also known as Otto Fish Knuckle Rubens. He's wanted for desertion, intoxication, gambling, tax evasion, and chicanery.
Oh no.
Also, he has a shellfish allergy. He says he didn't do it and that it's his brother that you actually want. What was his name? What was his brother's name? I forget what I put it.
Spotto.
Yes.
Fish finger.
Spotto Fish Finger Grubens, yes. And he says that if you cut him loose, he will lead you to his stash of his brother's stash of ill-gotten gains.
Ooh.
Have we made a decision?
We have.
Okay.
Oh, that was so fast.
That was really
We have.
fast. This is a man's life here, Shayne.
Yeah. you see, the Trench Pilgrims believe in forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
So as long as he's able to repent, and I need a new body for the Catherian wheel,
Oh my god.
I will allow him to live.
This is
Okay.
so dark immediately.
All right, are we ready?
So we're gonna, alright, you're gonna sentence him. This man is
Pardon.
pardoned. Good enough. There we go, there we go. You wanna shake hands on it?
Yeah.
Hold it up, shaking hands. Alright, Brian, I know the battle didn't go your way, but you were able to scuttle away with one prisoner in tow.
Uh-huh.
I present you the file for prisoner 369FR87, also known as Alden Red. Wanted for vandalism, theft, unsanctioned animal fights, and light cannibalism.
What is light
Like
cannibalism?
all the taste of cannibalism with half the calories.
Honestly-
Also, he's a Capricorn. Do with that what I don't know what that means.
Mm.
He said he did not know it was Duke Lawrence IV's favorite hunting hound that he picked up as a stray to fight in the pits. He says it is all a terrible mistake and that the dogfights are good for troop morale. If you're willing to turn a blind eye, well, perhaps that morale will improve. Of course, we could break up the dogfighting ring and reclaim their assets.
Shouldn't be tough, but I feel like it's tough.
I'm so jealous.
Well, we know what you do in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I also only have the 2 stamps, so it's kill 'em or don't kill. I left the other stamp at home, and it's the traffic, so.
Yeah.
Oh man. Vandalism, theft, unsanctioned animal fights, and light cannibalism.
We've all been low on rations before.
But honestly,
Who hasn't?
I don't fault them for that part. But like the animal fights is kind of a problem. It's kind of a problem. Unsanctioned, which implies that there are sanctioned animal fights.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
Duke Lawrence IV.
He seems like a nice enough guy.
I don't know. I think he might be time to set sail on this guy.
Oh, okay. So do I hear death is in the mix
Yeah,
for
I think so.
all in the red? Oh no! All right.
We are sentencing this man to death.
Ah!
Oh yeah,
Nice.
he's not having.
Hold that up for the camera.
Ooh.
R.I.P.
You have the last prisoner, Shayne. Prisoner 885SC3, the Iron Sultanate AZ. Wanted for questioning.
Defendant statement. I can't read that.
That's okay. We're looking for a interpreter. That was part of the narrative. So you're going to be able to take him back to base, and your warband will be progressing in the narrative and getting closer to Glaston's mill.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Not only did you win the battle, you're also winning the war.
indeed.
Yeah, one step closer.
You get something as well, Brian, though. I'll tell you guys what you guys get for your decisions based on how you treated these prisoners. So for letting Otto the Fish Knuckle Gruben free, he will in fact lead you to a place in no man's land where there are some ill-stashed gains. So you're going to get +1 dice for your exploration, and +1 reroll as well.
Oh, okay.
You break up the dogfight rings. The soldiers are a little bit bummed about that, but they'll live to get by, or learn to get by. However, one of the dogs seems to have taken a liking to your lieutenant and is
I'm so mad.
pressed into your warband. You are going to get a trench dog named Ruby that has
Ruby?
+1 melee dice, which is good for trench dogs.
I love that I get a dog in the game that I'm playing against Shayne.
Yes.
This is
Aw.
incredible because you don't get the dog.
Yeah, it's really upsetting.
Very cool. So that's the narrative, and then next we're just going to go through and we'll do the normal post-game stuff you might see in a Trench Crusade campaign. So we're going to do our injuries, our promotions, and our skill ups as well.
I'm excited.
All right, guys. Moving on to injuries. This is a tense part of the game to see who actually survived the battle. So in Trench Crusade, they're not dead when they are taken out of action on the battlefield. They actually have a chance to recover from their wounds and continue fighting in your warband. So let's go ahead and start with the non-elites, just kind of rank and file over guys. These guys are going to be out on a 1 or 2, just dead, and then on a 3+, they continue fighting normally. Brian, sir, let's start with, say, a yeoman.
Okay, so
Okay.
this is Edmund. Edmund is not looking too hot.
Okay,
But you won't die, surely, right?
Yeah, Edmund is...
Here we go.
Too many Turkish delights.
So he's Edmund
Okay.
is no longer
Alright,
on this
well-
world.
Edmund is gone.
Excellent.
Salute you. You had one henchman, however.
I did have one henchman that elected to die.
Yes, the ecclesiastic prisoner, anyone that volunteers to get broken upon the wheel, the Catherine wheel of the Anchorite Shrine, they're just mangled beyond repair. You don't have to roll. You're dead. So he is an expense you write off as your warband. You spent 20 ducats essentially to give your Anchorite a little bit more protection.
Yeah, he was a secret absolution. I think he found it. He's in a better place now.
I hope so. That was pretty.
That's what he tells himself, at least. Yeah.
He doesn't tell himself much. He's good. All right, Brian, we're back to you again.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like you got a shock trooper here.
Yeah, this is Diapa. This is one of my tank splitter guys.
Okay.
So if he dies, I'm gonna be really sad.
We don't want to lose this one. Oh, he loses it. Okay. These dice are not doing you any favors, bud.
Can you pick up the sword at least?
Nope. When
no.
a henchman or a hero dies, all their equipment's gone with them. But don't worry, there's mechanics for you to stay competitive in the campaign. We'll get to that when we get for cover exploration. All right, you have no more henchmen left, so we're just gonna bounce right back to Brian. Another one. All right.
Surely I can't go
three of them.
He's warming up.
This is Erdwolf, right?
Yes.
Erdwolf will not die. He
Erdwolf the
is
Immortal.
ready to die. He is ready. That's what I said. He is ready to die. So I've lost 3 of my 5 that were taken out of action.
Good lord. I got brittle bones or something, my dude. Okay. Well, that's rough, but again, you're not out of it. Whew.
Send help.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's move on to elites then. Injuries, they roll elites a little bit differently. We're gonna do like an old school Games Workshop table. So this is gonna be a D66. So let's start with an elite. Shayne, pick one of your guys.
We will start with what's it called? Redeemer Diedrich Kane. That is my castigator with the punt gun that showed up, blew up some people, got the road warrior thing, and then immediately got shot to death himself.
Yeah, he was not long lived for the world, but hopefully he gets through unscathed. So go ahead and roll me a D6 for the tens column.
Oh no, I'm rolling like Brian.
Low is bad. Roll me another one for the ones column. 25.
25.
Right, consult my chart here. Diedrich Kane is now paranoid after the events that have taken place. This model cannot be deployed within 8 inches of a friendly model. Ooh. Friendly models can be deployed as normal once this model has deployed as, So he's, you got a plan where you're going to place him kind of early, otherwise he's going to be stuck in,
Yeah.
That's a scar, right?
And that is a scars, exactly right. So you're going to check one of those scar boxes, and once you get to 3, he's just gone forever. All right, Brian, who we doing?
Let's do the cleric. So this is Confessor Aldwin, the chain-tongued. And I hope he doesn't die.
Okay. All right. We'll roll high for your tens column, and he's probably going to be all right.
So here's the tens.
Brian, my dude.
He's smoky.
Jesus Christ. Can I take the Lord's name in vain? What are you doing?
Here's the ones. Surely. So 15. What does that mean, Brian?
So he's lost an eye. This model suffers -1 dice for all ranged attack actions. Suffering 2 injuries injures blind. Suffering 2 such injuries blinds the model, and it has to retire for the campaign. Sniper priests are immune to this trauma, though. That's cool.
Yeah.
Can you just become a sniper priest?
Cleric, yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay. Look, he didn't really have guns anyways. He was throwing grenades.
I love the positivity.
Yeah.
Positivity.
Just can't.
Maybe I can help him move on sooner rather than later.
Okay.
All right.
Klaus, I believe.
My personal favorite is my communicant, also known as Quiet Klaus.
All right.
Klaus.
Give me a tens column. 50? Okay, that's
Okay,
good.
like
Give me
it.
the other one.
51.
Full recovery, no battle scar or anything. He gets out.
Must be nice, Shayne. Must be nice.
He's God's chosen.
All right, Brian. This is your lieutenant, man.
This is my
This
lieutenant.
is a big role.
This is Marshal Leofrich. So we are going to
just not roll.
We are
one.
gonna pray.
Not roll one.
Here we go.
Oh no! Brian!
Oh.
How do you play these games?
I don't know why I play war games at all.
Oh my god.
You ready for another one?
Dude,
You ready for another
doesn't
one?
count the tray. All right.
So he also lost an eye.
You're the one-eyed bandits. Look at you. You guys all got matching eye patches. You gotta play your next game wearing an eye patch, I think.
Oh my god. That's brutal.
That is insane. Not only did you roll ones on your first one also, but you also lost 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind.
Well, I think I'm quickly on my way to becoming blind.
Wow. Well, that's the injuries. We all got through that well, how do you feel about that, Shayne?
I'm having a great time.
I bet you are.
All right. Well, next we got through the hard part.
Wait, Brian.
Yes.
I noticed you didn't ask me how I'm feeling about this.
I just assumed.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, maybe later.
Okay.
I'll sit on the
We'll talk
couch
about
and
it. You lay down.
no
Yeah,
pad
all right.
for sure.
I charge within an hour. All right. So next we're gonna go to experience and advancement. So any of your guys that participated in the battles, the elite specifically, they're going to get 1 XP whether they were taken out of action or not. So go ahead and check a box on their little XP track there. And then anytime one of your elites reaches one of those red boxes on the warband roster, they're going to get a skill up. Now, any of your elites that completed a glorious deed during the game are going to get an additional experience point. Okay, so I believe your sniper priest and then your castigator, that's right. So that means that they're going to get level ups, which is awesome. We also need to see if any of your rank and file guys are going to promote. So how we do that is we're going to build a dice promotion pool to see if any of your lads learned anything. Brian, you still have henchmen that are alive, right?
I have 2.
Okay. I wasn't rubbing it in. I just had to ask.
I have 2
all right.
that are actually alive.
Okay, great. So you guys each start with 1d6. All right. You guys each get an additional d6 for each glorious deed you completed. So Shayne, you had you completed 4 glorious deeds, so you're adding 4 more dice into your pool. And then Brian, you completed 2 glorious deeds, so we're adding that. And then if you won the game, you get an extra.
Brian, I might need to borrow some of your dice.
I'll leave right now.
So how this works is you can assign up to 2 dice to any single non-elite model. If any of the dice show up as a 6, they become an elite, and they take injuries just like we saw previously, so they're a little bit more resilient and they will stick in the campaign. And they also pick up skills. So you have to decide kind of the order that you want to do this, because once someone promotes, you stop promoting because there's only so much knowledge to go around. So Shayne, do you know who you would like to promote?
I believe that the one that really put in the most work
Okay.
was the Anchorage tribe.
That is a great place to start. Okay, so go ahead and roll 2d6. That's the most you can assign to them. And if either show up as a 6, that is now an elite anchorite tribe. Oh my. Jeez. Whoa!
Does he get double promoted?
No, but it's so weird how the scales have just.
I'm God's little princess.
Oh man, someone is not looking out for you.
Oh, this is what we call in the business plot armor, Shayne.
Yeah.
You have plot armor on right now.
Divine intervention.
Oh my god.
You named him, right?
Yes, of
Great?
course.
Okay.
That's the Iron Shepherd.
All right, so the Iron Shepherd has now become an elite and will gain experience and scars accordingly. However, the rest of your promotion dice are wasted. You just have to be happy with getting the best result possible for start of the campaign.
Yeah.
Small violence for you. All right, Brian, you got some options. You had some troopers left.
I have 2 regular guys that can be upgraded. I'm gonna select my shock trooper, of course.
Sounds good.
I can 2 dice, yeah?
Yeah, up to 2 dice. And if any of them show up at 6, he's an elite.
Well, both of them are gonna be 6.
Of course, that's.
Oh yes!
He's in it!
Yes!
Finally!
Yes!
Welcome. This
This-
is what it
It wasn't as good as my roll, but it looked pretty good.
Okay, alright, calm down. We have to set our expectations, okay? This is head and shoulders above where we've been.
Yeah.
Things are looking up for Antioch. We got this.
We're out of the sewers now.
All right, cool. So yeah, he's more resilient
Heck
and he's got potential. So now we're gonna go to the skill ups. You guys had some level ups, so we're gonna have the sniper priest and the castigator. Thank you. We're gonna have their level ups. Now there are 4 tables in the game of French Crusade currently that you can level up on. You guys are gonna pick 2 tables, roll 2d6, add them together. I'm gonna tell you a skill, and then you get to pick which skill you want to permanently apply to your elite. So you have a little bit of control over how you advance your guys throughout the campaign. So, Shayne, would you like to lead us off with your castigator?
Yeah, I think because he has the punt gun, we definitely want to choose the range one, and I'm a gambling man, so we're gonna go with the wild
All
table.
right. People are drawn to the wild card without even looking at the table.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
wild
what's
card.
on it. The table will tell me.
Of course. All right, let's start with range. Let's see what you got.
So 2d6.
Yep.
All right, that's 7.
7 is honestly great. So 7 is just range proficiency. They add +1 dice to the range attack.
Oh, that's so good.
+1 to hit.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be +2 dice. However, you don't have to make a decision now. You get to see what your wild card skill is before deciding. Go ahead and roll.
All right, let's see. Wild card 7.
7. Okay. So this is there we go. Skill and expertise. You get to add +1 dice to any action this model has except a range or melee attack action. So for example, he has the ability, I know he didn't see it in game, but he has the ability where he can just take an action to stand everyone up around him as he scolds them. And that would be giving him an additional dice to make that more reliable, but I feel like you want to shoot the punt gun better.
After some deliberation, I've come up with this brilliant strategy is if I shoot all the bad guys, they can't knock my guys down, so they wouldn't have to get back up.
This is true. Honestly,
So I will take the +1 to range, or to my, what's it called, range table.
Yeah. This is probably why I won the game. It's brilliant.
With strategy like that, how could you ever lose?
Just shoot them harder.
Yeah.
All right, so what's that ability called?
It's called range proficiency.
So I think I'm gonna probably do something similar. I'm gonna go for range because of course the sniper priest he shoots real good, and then also wild card.
Okay. I will advise you as well.
Oh yeah,
Just throwing it out.
Yes.
Mailing strength is not just for face beady, as it might sound. There are also some skills that make you more resilient. And then there's also some skills on there that can make you more strong and thus able to move and shoot your machine gun.
Oh.
Now I know how you've been rolling, and I don't want to lure you with the temptation of rolling average or anything, but yeah, those are your options.
Temptation of rolling average.
Yeah.
What a sentence. So I think ranged for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
And
that
then
he
you-
wishes he was rolling average.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Look, I'll take the bait. We'll go straight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I did it. That was me. You can blame me. That's all right. I'll take it. I'll take the heat.
What do you want to start with first?
Start with range.
All right, let's do range first.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. So range is gunslinger. Your pistol can your sniper priest can be armed with 2 pistols, and then he can make a ranged attack with both of them. In addition, he suffers no penalty when using a pistol as an offhand weapon, and he gives the normal pistols the assault keyword. A one-eyed gunslinger priest is
A no-eyed.
a no-eyed gunslinger priest.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
One-eyed, it's kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
We'll see what the strength one is, and I'll let you. I'll let you write the backstory.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
What does this mean?
That's awesome. So either a 2 or a 12 is a patron skill. You actually get to decide a patron of your warband, in this case, like a patron saint, and they're gonna have their own tables of skills to choose from, and you get to pick one of those.
Oh, damn, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, we do that one.
So I'm gonna show you some patron skills,
Yep.
and then we're gonna have you pick one. So you've decided to go with the Learned Saint as your patron saint.
Yes,
and
I
then
did.
which skill did you choose?
Walk with God,
Oh,
which
that's a
allowed
good
me to basically handpick a skill that I have access to out of any of the charts, and I went with dodge. So it's going to make him a little bit harder to hit, so you might as well hit the range.
Good. That's a great skill for a long-range machine gunner that's going to be high in the back.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
Very thematic, too.
Yeah.
Well, after skill ups, we're now going to increase the thresholds of our warbands. This is going to be how we escalate over the campaign. So now that we finished our 700 ducat game, we're going to go to an 800 ducat game. It's going to happen in one of 2 ways. So what you can do is you can go back home and basically request reinforcements from your patron, and you're like, hey, it's hard out there, like, come pick me up, dad, like, it's real bad out here. Or you can go exploring into no man's land and try to scavenge through the ruins and see if you can find things to sell, and perhaps stragglers, and who knows what's out there. The trade-off to each is that if you reinforce, basically you're like emptying out your pockets, you go home, and you don't get to explore, but you're guaranteed to hit that 800 ducat threshold for the next game. So if you've taken heavy casualties and you're worried that you're not going to get enough ducats to cover your losses, that might be the best option. I'm not looking at you for any particular reason. We're all equal in this Trench Crusade.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not down
All right.
200 ducats at all.
Is it 200 ducats?
I mean, they're expensive.
My man. All right.
Bummer.
Yeah. So We'll add up the ducats and we'll see how bad it is for Brian. It might come out that he still gets to explore, but your casualties were...
I'm down $25.
Down $25, yeah. So Shayne's absolutely going to want to explore for sure. So we checked the numbers, and Brian, your losses were pretty heavy. Those shock troopers were not cheap. So
Shock troopers are way too expensive.
sounds like you're going to go home and regroup at HQ, rearm, and go back into no man's land stronger for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home, take a nap, recover, just relax for any amount of time.
Take a deep breath.
And then come back and just hit the grindstone.
There you go.
I think.
All right. And Shayne, you're going to go out exploring.
Oh yeah, we're full throttle. We're going to the no man's land.
Awesome. All right.
It's going to be Shayne land.
Shayne land, okay. All right, so you are going to go exploring. So I'm going to show you how that works. You get 3 dice. You're going to get more dice as the campaign goes on, but our current level of exploration, we're kind of dipping our toe into no man's land, so we're not going into the super dangerous parts. So that represents the 3 dice. You get +1 dice because you decided to pardon Otto the Fish Knuckle Rubens. We're going to go ahead and add another dice. Now, once you finish rolling these, you're going to have your 2 rerolls to play with. You get 1 because you won the game. You get 1 for Otto, and actually you get a 3rd because all warbands have the reroll skill for exploration. So even if you don't win or if you don't pardon a pretty seedy dude, you're going to get a little bit of dice manipulation. Next time, Brian, I promise.
No.
Next time. So go ahead and roll these, and then whatever you roll times 10, that's how many ducats you're going to get. And I'm also going to consult a table, and you might find something special in No Man's Land, because there's always tables in Trench Crusade. Roll them! Alright, so 10, 14, 16. So that's going to be 160 ducats to equip your warband, and also I believe you found something. So, in addition to your 160 ducats, while exploring No Man's Land, you actually found a sniper's nest out in the ruins. So while combing through a particular set of ruins, you found the skeleton of some dude clutching a rifle. So you can actually decide as a trench pilgrim whether you want a sniper rifle or a sniper scope, and add it to your warband permanently.
Ooh,
Sniper rifle is a pretty good long-range shot that's accurate and has the potential to pierce armor, whereas a sniper scope will allow you to ignore the long-range penalty.
Ooh, that's pretty cool too.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
good.
decision time.
I think I'll take the sniper rifle.
All right, you got it. So 160 ducats and a sniper rifle for Shayne.
Not a bad little trip.
Brian, you're here too.
Look, I'm participating.
Yes. We finished up injuries and exploration, so now we're just going to get into kind of the bookkeeping part of it. So we're just going to kind of combine it all together. You can spend your ducats now to hire on additional soldiers to kind of build back up to that 800 ducat value. You can rebuild your warband just to 800 ducats. Brian, your patron's going to foot the bill this time.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's kind of how warbands kind of stay even. Is like, even though Shayne got 160 ducats, he's still only going to be able to field 800 ducats worth of army in the next game. He's just going to have more flexibility in how he builds his list. And then after that, you guys can buy more weapons. So guns, armor, things like that. You can swap your equipment around. So for example, if one of you guys got a really good shooting skill, you can put like a nice gun on him. And then after that, you can spend glory items. And Shayne, you got 5 glory items, and I've been told he would like to purchase something already.
Yeah, I'm going to spend my 5 glory to get Quiet Klaus's cousin, the anti-communicant with the anti-material rifle.
The anti-tank hunter communicant. He is a communicant. He's not anti himself, but yes!
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so that's a mercenary option available to Trench Pilgrims. He's just this big old gnarly dude with a sniper rifle. You will see him in the next game. And then that will empty out your glory, but that's okay.
Yep.
Do you want to bank your glory for now? You want to take a look at kind of things?
Yeah, I'll take a look and then I'll decide.
Fair enough. And Antioch also has options available to them to buy weapons and things like that. It's not just mercenaries. And yeah. And then after that, the last step is just update your warband rosters to make everything reflect the changes that you've made, post-exploration and injuries, and that was your game of Trench Crusade. That's the campaign system. What do you guys think?
It's super exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just reining in the ducats this one, so I feel like that it's going to lean the exact opposite way, but they'll have to tune into the next game to find out.
Yeah.
And as someone on the opposite end of that spectrum, I'm very excited for the next game to potentially be reining in all of the ducats.
I do really like about this game, even how, even if you don't necessarily do well, I like how it tells a story. So Brian, like, all your guys are just losing eyes left and right. Like, there's a theme for your warband that is forming, and it's really cool. So, I can't wait to see how you guys go through it with the campaign. We got some really cool stuff planned. And So that's going to do it for us on this one, post-exploration and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys are doing your own Trench Crusade campaigns at home, let us know in the comments if you guys are having fun as well. Make sure to do all those things, the buttons, what have you guys say in the YouTube?
Like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff.
All the stuff, yes. Like and comment and subscribe. And yeah, tune in for the next video. We got some really fun things planned. It's going to be great. Catch you next time on the tabletop.
Bye.
Bye.